Hey, what's up everybody, it's Figuarts94 here with another action figure review, and this time it's going to be on the DATONG Son Goku figure. Yes, the TONG made one as well. This one kind of slipped by, not a lot of people even knew this guy came out by DATONG because there are two knockoff companies now by China. It's getting even worse for us, but I mean, it's very easy to tell the differences and what's the real one and what's the fake. It's two knockoff Gokus. There's a DATONG version, and there's another knockoff that has no company name, and we all don't know who it's made from. But that's the crappy one that's super loose joints and it's just horrible. The same company that made that Super Saiyan 3 Goku that I reviewed is the one that made that Goku. And the way you know is because the TONG puts their label or their logo on the figure. So you see the TONG logo down there. That's how you know it's a DATONG knockoff. Of course, the real one will say Bandai, so the real one is Bandai. Anyway, here's the side of the box. There is the back, and there is the front, so let's crack him open and take a look at him. There is the TONG Goku out of the package, and I must say, this probably has to be the best the TONG, has done. They've done, of course, they've done Son Goku, which is this one. They've done Super Saiyan Vegeta 2 times. They've done Super Saiyan 3 Goku, sorry, and they've done Super Saiyan Goku. So they've done quite a few figures, but I mean, I haven't gotten Super Saiyan 3 Goku in my hands just yet. I did order him. But I did have both versions of the TONG Super Saiyan Vegeta, the first issue and the second issue. Those had its problems. But this figure here looks very nice. I mean, honestly, it looks like it could almost pass on as the real version of the figure. There's just a few things here and there, like always with knockoffs. But this is a very well done knockoff. I mean, it looks great. I mean, it looks awesome. I'm almost very surprised that this is the TONG. But yes, guys, this is the TONG. There is the packaging, of course, as you saw in the beginning of the video. He looks great. Very nice. If you guys really don't want to pay up the 60s, he's not even going up that bad yet. Then go ahead and settle for this one with 20 bucks. But anyways, there is a good look at the figure front and back. You can see right there. I mean, this guy really is solid. Honestly, the joints are solid. So far, I haven't seen any issues with the joints as I took him out of the package. I mean, he is really solid. He looks good. Nothing really that loose, but very good. Anyways, let's take a close look at Goku. It's a good look at the face sculpt of Goku. I mean, they did a great job at making his face. I don't really see any bad paint applications on him. They even, did the skin lines and did a really good job on the face itself. The hair does look good. Going on to the back, all that looks really nice. Going on to the upper torso on the outfit. Very nicely done. Arms were painted, except that joint peg right there on the elbow was not painted. But you can see the skin color painted. It's a little bit inconsistent when it goes to the wrist joints and the elbow joints, regarding the paint. And also it's a little inconsistent when we go down to the lower torso area, down to the legs. The orange kind of gets a little darker. So it's pretty bright on the upper torso, but the lower legs do look a little dark for orange. So it's a little inconsistent. It looks kind of weird at times, but I mean, it's not really a big deal, but to me that kind of stuff does bother me, and to other people as well. To the feet of the figure, it was really nicely painted for a knockoff. Don't really see anything too bad on them. The toes, and there's the bottom of the feet painted as well. Going on to the back of the figure, you can kind of see right here, back of the legs. So I do want you guys to get a little closer look at the figure up close, just to see everything in a little bit more detail. You can see how far they went with, see right there, the paint on the arms. Of course, the torso area, onto the face. Got a little bit of a overspray on the orange too. Some shading going on. Got a little bit of some spray airbrush on the arms as well. It actually looks like they did take their time on this Goku. The neck is a darker skin tone than the actual. You can see right here the back skin tone. So that looks kind of bad. It's really dark on that neck. So a little weird on that, but not a huge deal. Again, it is a knockoff, it's not the official release. I mean, you can kind of see he really is not loose at all. I mean, he really is holding himself together. Alright, so of course, we all know his articulation, but I'm just going to go through him just really quick, just to show you guys how sturdy this figure really is. So forward and back, and then out, there you go, got that spice of swivel, that elbow joint, it really isn't loose at all. See, go down to the legs too. It does drop down. S.H.Figuarts styles holds its own, and then out, goes back up. That goes for both legs. Double jointed, of course, knees. Very, stiff, very tight joints, which is what we like. Of course, we got that separation right there at the waist, and he does have that little diaphragm joint. And then, of course, the toe articulation and the ankle pivot and rockers and swivel and all of that. So articulation is on point for a knockoff. Really nicely done. Alright, so going on to the accessories, we have here are the faces. We have this face, of course. So just like the original release, comes with all the faces, but you can see how nicely painted they are done. I mean, I'm very surprised at how good they did the TONG knockoff. I mean, everything looks pretty much on point. Don't see anything really too bad about them. The paint is done nicely. I mean, it's very clean. So the hands, here we go. We got the instant transmission fingers right here. And the hands actually do have that little bit of an airbrush on the knuckles. I don't know if you guys can tell. I know it's a little bright. But here are all the hands that he comes with. Going on. And then last but not least, the open hand right here, which are all sculpted. You can kind of see the airbrush on the knuckles right there. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the Kamehameha Wave powering up effect. It also comes with the TONG version. I just built it up right now, and it's pretty sturdy as well. Nothing's really loose on it. Very nicely done by the TONG. I mean, I'm highly impressed. Good job. They even got the blue effect going off the, the rays. Alright, and there you have it. There's the review of the DATONG Son Goku. Very nicely done. Probably my favorite fake by the TONG. Even more, I like it a lot more than Super Saiyan Vegeta because he has his problems, but this one has, very minimal problems. I'm so surprised of how this guy turned out. I highly recommend this guy. He's very cheap for the price, and he looks very similar to the real one, and I do recommend this one. Of course, I always recommend the real one against the fake ones, but of course, if you cannot afford the real ones because they do go up in price, these are a good alternative in my opinion. Very nicely done by the TONG. I'm super impressed. Next up, of course, I will have a real versus fake Bandai versus the TONG video comparison with the real Son Goku and the fake TONG version of Son Goku that you see here. So stay tuned for that if you guys are interested. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys like, and you guys have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.